The new Stranger Things 5 trailer just solved the biggest mystery of the entire series. What is the real deal with Will Byers? Why him? Why did he survive? What did the Upside Down do to him? And now, after all this time, we finally have the answer, and it is more terrifying than any of us could have possibly imagined.
One last time.
They gave us 2 hugs that just completely shattered me. The first one, that shot of Dustin and Steve. Dustin is burying his face in Steve's jacket, he's crying, he's broken, and you look at him at the very beginning, riding his bike alone, walking into Hawkins High, and he's wearing the Hellfire Club shirt. It's just like Eddie's. He's keeping that legacy alive, making sure nobody forgets what Eddie did, that his sacrifice mattered. He looks like a total rebel too, with a jacket that looks like it's straight out of the Breakfast Club. He's a kid who's seen war and lost his hero, and he's getting glares in the hallway. He looks completely alone. And then later, when he's hugging Steve, you can see he's got a black eye, his lip is busted. My prediction is that Dustin starts the season completely isolated, not just from the school bullies, but from the main party, because he feels like they're the only ones who don't really get how much Eddie's loss meant. And the other hug. Will is just in the center of this massive group hug. It's Mike and Dustin, and I think Jonathan is in there too, just grabbing him. This whole trailer is just screaming that Will is the center of this season, which is exactly where he should be. The show started with him, and it has to end with him. We see that other shot of him in the woods, and he just stops. He gasses. He looks terrified. Vecna knows where he is, and he's using that connection. So, while the kids are falling apart, what's the plan? We see the whole gang, Mike, Will, Lucas, Dustin, Nancy, Jonathan, Steve, Robin, Erica, gathered around a table, leaning over it, planning, just like one of their Dungeons & Dragons campaigns. And then we get a close-up, and it's this huge open book, or a giant map spread out on the table. It's a map of Hawkins, and you can see text on it. It says, Day of Disaster, and something about Hawkins being left in ruins after an earthquake. This is the cover story for what Vecna did. And Mike is placing little D&D figures on the map. They are literally using their D&D skills, all those years of playing, to plan their real-life attack on Vecna. This is them finally going on the offense for good. But where are they? We see this other little sequence, it's super fast, with Nancy, Jonathan, Robin, and Steve, and they're in full-on investigation mode, bursting into a room, pushing back what looks like a fake wall to reveal a hidden corridor. They have their own bat cave. I bet this bat cave is their new secret hideout. Their headquarters, maybe in the ruins of a building like the library, or maybe they rebuilt Hopper's cabin as an underground bunker. This is where they're running the entire campaign from. It's so perfect. But the trailer is smart. It gives us this heroic moment, and then it cuts it down with a dose of harsh reality. We hear Mike's voice, and he sounds like he's trying to be the leader, trying to be the strong one. He says, "We find Vecna. We end this once and for all, together." It's a great hero line. It's what the paladin of the group would say. But then the trailer immediately cuts that with Eleven's voice, and she just says, "This isn't like one of your campaigns. You don't get to write the ending. Not this time." Mike is looking for that clean, simple, heroic D&D victory where the party wins and they all go home. And Elle, who has been in the dark, who has seen what Vecna really is, who has lived the trauma, she knows it's not going to be that simple. She knows there's going to be a My prediction is that Mike's leadership, his logical campaign planner mind, is going to fail them at a critical moment. He's going to have to finally step back and learn to be a follower, to trust Elle's supernatural instincts and Will's connection over his own strategy. That's his final character arc. And while they're planning in their secret base, the world outside has just gone to hell. The aerial shots of Hawkins are devastating. We see Mike and Eleven on a roof at dusk, just looking out over it, and he says, "We're really starting to lose it." You can just feel the exhaustion. They're trapped in a war zone. And then we see a cut to a military outpost. Guard towers, fences, Humvees, soldiers everywhere. The official synopsis confirms it. Hawkins is under military quarantine. The government is here. They're locked in. But here's the twist. The synopsis also says the government is hunting Eleven. They're forcing her back into hiding. This is where it gets really interesting. Linda Hamilton. The trailer gives us a clear shot of her. Her new character is named Dr. K, and she is not just some scientist in a lab coat. She is armed. She's holding a pistol, she's wearing tactical gear, and she looks like she is ready for a fight. So everyone is thinking, awesome, she is here to help them fight the monsters. I think it's the exact opposite. Here is my biggest prediction for the new characters. Linda Hamilton's Dr. K is the primary human antagonist of the season. She's not here to help Elle, she's here to hunt Elle. She's the new Brenner, or the new Sullivan, but way more competent and ruthless. She's seen the earthquake, she's seen the gates, and she believes 11 is the cause, the source of the infection, and needs to be contained or eliminated to stop it from spreading. This creates a brilliant two-front war. The party has to fight Vecna and the monsters from the Upside Down, and they have to fight this heavily armed, government-backed military force led by the most iconic action hero of the 80s. This is why we see those shots of the military base getting wrecked. We see soldiers getting thrown around as glass shatters. We see a full-on war zone with demogorgons and demodogs climbing the fences, overrunning the base, tearing the soldiers apart. Guns and tanks are useless. I bet that battle is Dr. K's forces trying to capture 11, and they inadvertently walk right into a trap set by Vecna and they get completely wiped out. And this all ties into Nancy. Nancy is a full-on soldier this season. She's always been a badass, but now she's Ripley. We see a shot of Nancy aiming a rifle, fearing it. But there's another shot. It's a terrifying quick shot of her in a bathroom, and she is frantically washing blood off her hands. You can tell it's not her blood, and she looks horrified, truly traumatized. My gut tells me this isn't monster blood. I think this is the moment right after Nancy has had to kill a human for the first time. Maybe one of Dr. K's soldiers who is trying to take Elle or one of the other kids. That's a line she's never crossed before, and it's going to break her just for a minute. She's a soldier now, and this is the price of war. Okay, let's talk about the power-ups, because 11 is on a whole other level. In all the other seasons, her biggest, most powerful moments came when she was in total distress or blind rage. But now, it looks controlled. We see her running past a fence and she just leaps over it, using her powers to just soar through the air, and she's not alone. We see her and Hopper together and they look like they're in the Upside Down or somewhere just as foggy and spooky. He's on the front lines with her, loading a shotgun, ready to go. They are a team, a father-daughter duo on the offensive. And then we see a rift. A blue rift opening in the sky. It looks like Elle's power. It's not the angry, red, scarring rifts that Vecna makes. It's blue. I believe Elle's power has evolved. She can now create her own controlled gates. She's opening her own, which is how she and Hopper are traveling so easily between worlds. She's become the master of the in-between. This has to be connected to the radio tower. We see the Surfer Boy pizza van racing through a field towards that radio tower. That location is always important. It's where they broadcasted Kate Bush to save Max. They are going back there for a reason. The Duffer Brothers even said in that interview that there's a shot of the radio tower exploding in this shimmer of light that covers Hawkins, and that it's not in Volume 1, it's in Volume 2, and it's very important. Here's my theory on that. The radio tower isn't for broadcasting music at Vecna, it's for 11. She's going to go to that tower and use it as an amplifier to broadcast her own power, her blue healing energy across all of Hawkins and maybe the whole world to close all the gates at once. And that's the big epic climax of the final battle. But before we get to that healing, we have to talk about Max. This was the hardest part of the trailer to watch. We all wanted to see her wake up, to have that happy reunion. The trailer gives us the exact opposite. We see Lucas, and he's in that hospital. He is running down a hospital corridor, and he is carrying Max. She is still in her hospital gown, and they are being chased. A demo dog is charging right at them down the hall. Lucas is not leaving her behind. But we have to be so clear about what we are seeing. Max's eyes are closed. She is not awake. She still looks completely unconscious. Comatose, catatonic. This must mean the military quarantine has completely failed, and the hospital is being overrun. Lucas is in there, breaking her out, trying to get her body to safety. But where is he taking her? My gut feeling, and this connects to the tower, is that Max's mind is still trapped, lost in Vecna's mind space. They realize they can't wake her up, but they can save her body, and they are taking her to the radio tower, believing that whatever Elle is going to broadcast from there is the only thing that can reach her and finally pull her back from the darkness. It's heartbreaking, and the stakes are just, I can't. And now, the final shot, we see Vecna. He's back, but he looks new. He's more gnarled, more covered in those vines. He looks stronger, fully healed from when they torched him. He is stalking across a battlefield that is littered with dead soldiers and burning fires. This is him at his full, unrestrained power. And then he uses his signature move to lift Will Byers, the boy it all started with. Will is floating in the air just like Chrissy, just like Fred, just like Max, and we hear Vecna's voice. William, you are going to help me. One last time. And then it cuts. A close-up of Vecna's gnarled, monstrous hand reaching for and grabbing Will's face. The synopsis says, the anniversary of Will's disappearance is approaching. It's all coming full circle. Vecna needs Will. The Duffer Brothers even said this moment is probably the end of Volume 1, the big cliffhanger. And it makes perfect sense. They are going to make us wait from November 26th until Christmas Day, with Will Byers in Vecna's clutches. So what does "help me one last time" mean? This is my final prediction for the entire series. Vecna is not trying to kill Will, not in the same way he killed the others. He's trying to merge with him. He's trying to possess him fully. Will has been his Horcrux ever since Season 1. He's always had a piece of the Mind Flayer, a piece of Vecna inside him. But now Vecna's body is damaged. It's trapped in the Upside Down. Vecna needs a new body, a vessel to walk in the real world, and he's chosen Will. He's going to take over Will completely, wear him like a suit, and use him as the ultimate two-way street, a spy and a soldier, to infiltrate the party and destroy Elle from the inside. This is the perfect, tragic, full-circle ending. The show started with the mission to save Will Byers from the Upside Down. The show will end with a mission to save Will Byers from Vecna himself. And I am terrified of this, but I think the final battle will not just be to kill Vecna. It will be to exorcise Vecna from Will, and I think Will might have to be sacrificed to destroy Vecna for good. I think Will's arc might be to finally, knowingly give his own life, to tell his friends to kill him, to destroy the monster inside, saving them all. I am crying just thinking about it. And they're not even giving it to us all at once. The release schedule is insane. Volume 1 drops on November 26th. That's just after Thanksgiving. Volume 2 drops on Christmas Day. They are literally going to ruin Christmas. And the finale, the final episode ever, drops on New Year's Eve. It's the end of an era in every possible way. The Duffer Brothers said that the marketing team hasn't even seen the finale, but that there are shots from every single episode, including the final one, in this trailer. We're seeing the end, we just don't know it. I am so not ready to say goodbye one last time.